Hello and welcome to Youth in Sports, where every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. we feature special guests from near and far. The program is sponsored by ATI Physical Therapy, providing certified athletic trainers to more than 30 area high schools and colleges. First State Orthopedics, the team taking care of Delaware with a commitment to excellence. And Wilmington University, where Youth in Sports is produced by the College of Technology's students and faculty. And now, from the studio at President Jack Barcelona's Wilmington University, your hosts for Youth in Sports, AOSSM Mr. Sports Medicine 2012, Dr. Michael Axe, UD and St. Elizabeth's own Dr. Joseph Strait, and co-founder of Youth in Sports, Mr. Walter Laudine.
Good evening, welcome to Youth in Sports. I'm Walter Laudine, and you are?
Dr. Joseph Strait. We have an excellent show on tap tonight. Walter was pleasantly surprised that Delcastle High School responded well to sending over a couple of their, a large group of students actually. You'll see about 12 of them today, and from the cosmetology department as well as from digital media. Walter?
Well, Dr. Axe is away, and we were going to have Gary Phillips, who is the one that I want to thank for getting all these young people to come on the show tonight. And also I want to thank Elizabeth Abel, and she helped too. And we got a great group of kids from Delcastle here. And one of the things that we love is the fact is the vocational schools today in this world make a lot more sense than the standard high schools. And what the fallacy is that a lot of these kids go on to college, where a lot of people think they don't. But what is really neat is they get to decide what career they might want to take. And also, if that career is not appealing to them after they do, they have the ability to change.
Yeah, we've had multiple shows with Votech schools, from Hodson to Votech to Howard, and Delcastle has been on, I think, in the past. And we've actually, I think it's about 50-50, Walter. Some kids go to college, some kids just stay in the career path that they are. And I think that, like you said, I think that the Votech schools are really producing well for our community.
Oh, and I think for the individual students, it's a big boon because they're able sometimes to work a job because of their training and help out at home and decide if that's the career choice they want for the future. We've got 5 of the students right here in the first segment, and we've got 4 seniors and 1 sophomore because he's the only young man that showed up, so we figured we'd throw him in with the seniors. So let's get to him first, and that's Chris Edge.
Yep.
How you doing, Chris?
Pretty good.
Chris is a sophomore, and you're in digital media?
Yes.
How did you decide to go into digital media?
Oh, well, I've always had a passion for computers, so I love to mess around on the computers. And what I really have found during like the last few months is that I enjoy doing coding, which is part of like video game design, which is what I wanted to do. So I enjoy doing coding, and that's another way to get into like a video game kind of thing.
Is that how you got into computers? Was it video games from a young age?
Yeah.
When did you start playing with computers and video games?
I'd say like 5 or 6.
When did you get your first computer or access to your first computer?
Well, I got my first personal computer 3 years ago, and it's a laptop. And my first house computer, I don't even know.
All right, Walter, have times changed? When was the first time you touched a computer?
About 5 years ago. Chris, you're a sophomore. Are you thinking about school down the road? I know it's early, but it's never too early to start thinking.
I'm definitely thinking about going to a college. I'm just not sure what college, considering I just changed what I really wanted to do. So I'm
How did you change what you really want to do?
Because I thought I was going to do video game design, but instead I decided to do coding, which has to deal with video games.
What is coding for a dummy?
Coding is the inner working of all websites and stuff. You have to tell the computer what you want to do. So that's what I have been practicing over the last month or two.
So when you started at Delcastle, your freshman year, and you came in. The way that I understand the VOTEC system, and we've had the VOTEC school board on actually, and you get to choose, right? You get
Yeah.
to choose certain amount of classes, or shops in a sense is what I call them. But what did you choose, and then how did you get into this year being directly into digital media? Or was it always digital media from the get-go?
It was always digital media from the get-go. I knew I wanted to be in this career area, and yeah, that's it.
Well, what are you thinking about majoring in high school, in college, when you decide where you want to go?
I have no idea.
It's going to be something to do with the computer field, right?
Yeah.
And what about, you played some baseball,
Yeah.
but basically the computer is your first love,
Yeah.
and you're on it a lot, right?
Yeah.
And you say you don't watch TV.
Yeah. I don't watch TV.
Okay, and you're on the computer all the time.
Walter, that's the way it's going.
Yeah, I know. That's why I
my
said
5-year-old, that's what she asked for her birthday this year. She got she wanted an iPad, but she got a tablet.
Cool.
And she does everything on the tablet, and I think it starts at a younger age, and I think that's great. I mean, I think that learning how to use our computer-type systems, I mean, in medicine now, we're using EMRs, which are electronic medical records, and you really need to be computer savvy. So.
Well, also, Chris is on the honor roll and honor classes.
Yeah, I took
Congratulations.
honors English.
Congratulations, good job. And let's talk to next. I had a chance to talk to this young lady, Tiffany Hicks. And Tiffany is very nice young lady. She's runs cross country, and she's in the art club, distinguished honor roll, and digital media, right, Tiffany?
Yes,
Now, Tiffany, you're a senior, and where are you thinking about going to school?
probably University of Delaware.
And what would you like to major in, Tiffany?
Visual communications.
And you want to do what?
I want to still create websites like I'm doing right now. So
Okay. And like I told you before, I think it's important for you people, when you choose what you'd like to do, to make sure that in this fast-growing era that we're in, that it's still around 5, 6 years from now, because there's a lot of things that aren't, that we're finding out that have become obsolete. So Tiffany, go ahead, Joe.
She said that she was making websites now. So tell us, how does that work at Delcastle? So are you putting them together as a group, or are you guys working on them individually, or?
well, we used to use this program called Dreamweaver, where like he said we use code and everything. We would actually customize it. But now there's a website we use now. It's called WordPress. So we can click the theme we want, and then like we make our own website. But it's already set up, so we don't have to add like the search bar or anything like that. So, and it's really easy to manage. You have to create your login and password, and there you go.
Well, I know when we did the show, and also for my other business, to get a website designed cost a lot of money. Now, if they make it that much easier with a website on it, can the average Joe that is computer literate make up their own website?
Possibly.
So that, we're talking about.
That's pushing it for us, I think.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking, maybe make a decent website up. That talks about the people that are in website design, maybe going down the road. So maybe you got to think about that and think about what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
And do you have a job right now? Are you working in it or looking towards getting a job before going to school?
It's in process. I did work at PacSun, but then my seasonal ended, so I'm going to be working at BJ's.
Oh,
Great.
cool. Oh, I
That's
forgot,
excellent.
Chris, what are you have done a job this summer?
Yeah, I work at a summer camp for the Y,
Okay.
and I'm a counselor, and
Super.
they hired me for next year.
That's great.
That's
Good.
great. Good job, Chris. Next, we got Amber Pacheco.
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 I'm the only name I'll screw up tonight. Amber is in cosmetology, and we're tickled to death that she came down. She's next cheerleader. Still cheerleading?
No.
And she is in cosmetology. Now, what does cosmetology involve? We were talking about that before.
Yeah, it involves how to take care of the skin, nails, nail designs, hair, updos, highlights, and all that.
Which is a business that's growing.
Yeah.
When I started going to my hairdresser, now I don't have that much hair, but he had no manicurist. And I said to him, I used to go to New York to get my manicure when I raced horses. And I said, why don't you have a manicurist? You know how many he's got now? 30. Curry's Hair Design, one of the biggest in the
Or I
Delaware
want to know,
Valley.
you said something about going, do you get your hair cut now?
Yeah.
See, because I'm my own cosmetologist.
Yeah, right,
I do
right.
my own hair at home, and
Yeah, he's real happy
I'll tell
for you. Look at
that. That's why.
Look at him.
So, but no, I think that the program there, I've talked to some of the group leaders over there, and I think it's a great program at Delcastle. So,
Well, we got Amber and we got Megan. We're talking to them after the show to be our makeup people.
hopefully,
To help people
we need
like
a little
me
help.
with a little shine here. Amber, is there any particular part of cosmetology you feel that you specialize in?
Makeup.
Makeup.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Do you work now presently, or are you thinking about, or where would you like to work?
Well, I don't want to work in a salon. Just want to work with makeup, like maybe like at the mall, MAC.
Like put on makeup for people so they buy it?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. It sounds like there's a big wide range.
Oh, there
because
is,
I'm guessing
there
you
is.
could do makeup for TV. You can do
Yeah.
makeup for movies. You can go. I mean, there's got to be a wide range of opportunities out there for just makeup, not alone hair versus skin. Now, are you guys involved in learning skin products? Do they teach you about like lotions and what's good for the skin?
Do
and how
you
to
have any
manage things?
people coming in trying to tell you use our stuff? You have any of that?
No.
No?
No.
I'm surprised. Let's go to Courtney. Courtney Price. She's a senior, and of course is in
Digital media.
digital. Yeah, digital. Right. National Honor Society. Congratulations, Courtney. Courtney played volleyball, and she likes to draw. Now, what are you thinking about for school down the road, Courtney?
University of Delaware.
University of Delaware. And what would you like to major in?
I haven't really decided yet. It's really split between medical or staying in this field. So I'm not really sure yet.
What
Did
type
you-
of medical do you want to go into?
I'm thinking about following my sister's footsteps and going into occupational therapy, actually.
And
Big field.
Is she still in the area?
Yeah, she is. She actually
Well,
just graduated.
What about that? What did your sister have to do go to school for that? Did she have to go masters? She have to take masters?
I'm not really sure which degree she got. She went to Deltech, so
Okay.
I'm not really sure which degree she got.
What about that, Joe? When you're in occupational therapy, you have to go further because
You
It's
can.
not. It's
You have to
like
get a license?
physical. Yes, it
you have to
is.
get a license?
You can go further. She's thinking about going further in the future. Not right now, but
Oh, okay, okay. So you're kind of in between. I assume she likes what she does because she's telling you.
yeah.
So what would it be that you would go into from the other side? If you didn't go into medicine, what would be the digital thing that you would look into?
Probably radio. It's
I was surprised when she told me that radio.
we actually had a guest speaker come into our shop the other day, and he works with iHeartRadio, and he owns a few radio stations in Delaware and things like that, and he was really talking to us, and it really got me interested in radio. So
Does it prepare you to be the person talking on radio or to run how the radio station works?
I would like to talk on the radio because I can give a good conversation. Just in front of cameras, it's not that much fun. But probably I would rather be talking on the radio.
Not a disc jockey. Or a disc jockey?
What's that?
A disc jockey?
What's
Yeah,
that?
like Duran in the morning and things like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Talk shows
Yeah.
and
A host.
We only got 10 seconds left, and we have to get to Megan, but we will be right back on Youth in Sports with our Delcastle group right after this.
I will keep dancing on point, even if it hurts.
My arm is killing me. I don't know if I can pitch another ball. But I'll just play through the pain anyway.
I have to do the big stunts. To look better than the other cheerleaders. Our tosses are bigger.
My elbow really aches, but I got to keep practicing.
Don't tell them it hurts. It'll take you out of the game if you do. I have to push harder if I'm going to get a scholarship. I'm feeling dizzy, but I don't want to tell anyone.
Everyone's counting on me. I can't rest now.
Nearly 50% of all sports injuries sustained by middle and high school students are from overuse. Don't play through the pain. See your healthcare provider and follow their instructions for rest and recovery. Take the pledge. Become an advocate for sports safety. Visit stopsportsinjuries.org.
Hi, we're back on Youth in Sports. I'm here with Dr. Straight, and we're talking to the kids from Delcastle Vocational High School, and they're a nice bunch. And most of them are in digital media, but 2 of them are in cosmetology, which we're really interested in. We're talking about after the show. And we just got done talking to Courtney Price, and who wants to maybe be on radio, which is interesting because that's the first time I heard that. And next we're going to talk to Megan Ryan, who's a senior. Hi, Megan.
Hi, how are you?
Megan, you are in cosmetology.
Yes.
Played field hockey. And how did you get in cosmetology?
Well, when I was looking into Delcastle and I was in 8th grade, I loved playing with hair and all that, and I knew Delcastle had it. So going to Delcastle, I knew that's what I wanted to do. Like, I didn't have to think about it at all.
Where did you go to, I say elementary, but it's middle school?
I went to PS DuPont.
Okay.
Now, were you a lock to get into the cosmetology department?
What? I'm sorry?
Was it guaranteed that you were going to get into the cosmetology department?
No, like, they go through like an interviewing thing. You get 3 choices, your first, second, and third choice, and it's not guaranteed that you'll get your first choice.
What's your second choice?
That was forever ago. I think my second choice might have been, I think it was culinary arts, because I like to cook also.
Okay.
She says forever ago is 3 years ago. I like it.
Forever, right?
I can't remember that long ago.
Well,
culinary arts, that's a good
yeah, but
program
if
as well.
you decided that, like down the road, you might want to, get into the field of cosmetology, you would want to be in cosmetology. So there's no other place to go if you don't get accepted at Delcastle, is there?
I guess I could have went to a regular high school and then paid to go to a different cosmetology school after.
Right.
That's something, kind of give us a little bit of background on that. How's that work? So the way that you guys go, you go into Delcastle and you get, in a sense, 3.5 or 4 years of cosmetology. And you kind of get, I don't want to say funnel, but you choose which career path that you actually want to go in, even in cosmetology, correct?
No, it's just like an overview of the cosmetology. We learn basically everything. It's hair, nails, makeup, and all of that stuff. But after our school, we can go into different schools and major in the makeup or major in the hair coloring and all that.
So Amber wants to do makeup. What would you like to do?
I would definitely like to stay with the hair and maybe do some hair coloring and further with the hair.
And that's a great business, which is not going away.
Do you need to go to more schooling to do the hair, or have you gotten enough schooling that you could go out on your own? And
I've actually gotten enough schooling that I could go out of my own, but where I work now, I actually have a job in a salon. My boss is actually mentoring me and teaching me everything that she knows. So once I graduate, I'll be on the floor and I'll be working already.
Excellent.
Explain to us what hair is, because I know that when
that's what you don't have.
and I don't have to do anything with it.
They got hair. They all have hair.
It's like dye, it's cut, it's wash. There's other conditioners. Give us some kind of like background of this. It's interesting to me since I don't have to worry about it.
Well, there's like different things that you can do with it. There's deep conditioning treatments if your hair's like damaged and all that, and you can cut it and you can color it, and like you can basically change the way you look just by messing with your hair.
But is color bad for your hair? I've always heard if you color your hair, it's going to hurt it.
It's like you can damage it, but it's to the point if where you do it a lot. But if you only do it like once or twice, it's not that damaging.
Well, for all these Hollywood actresses that are blondes, that aren't really blondes, and let me ask you a question that my wife and I argue about. I'm telling you, time I see one of these blondes that's not a blonde, they've got a line in their head that says, hey, I'm not a blonde. And I'm saying that they've got enough money to get their hair colored as much as they need to do. Why do they have that? Is it a style, or is it they're too lazy to get their hair colored?
They're probably just too lazy to get their hair colored.
I can't believe
That would
it.
be their roots coming in.
Yeah, exactly. And my wife
Is it
said,
hard to get to the roots or something?
no, it's that the color's leaving, right?
No, their hair is actually growing in.
Oh, okay,
there's
growing,
a,
right.
Yeah, it's growing, so there would be a line of demarcation, so that's how you know you need to get your hair done again.
So how often do you have to get your hair done to be colored?
Like every 4 to 6 weeks. It depends on how
I
fast
can't
your hair
believe
grows.
these people got all this money and you know, they don't do it. And it looks terrible, I think. I thought it was the design.
I'm like Chris, I don't watch TV.
Do you read magazines? You look at magazines?
No.
No? Papers?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm going to ask all of you a question now. Is everybody happy with Delcastle? Happy your high school education?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there what in high school, like what would you change? For example, I ask this question to a lot of high school kids, and I never get a real good answer. Like one kid tells me he'd get rid of English, and he couldn't talk. And another wants to have more study halls, and another one wants more gyms. I'm talking about, wouldn't it be nice to have a ballroom dancing or dancing of some sort as a class, as opposed to a study hall? No. Wouldn't it be nice to have the martial arts?
What he wants to know is what would have made it, I know that you had a great time, what would have made it better? Is there something that you wish you had gotten I'm not saying that you didn't get everything, but is there something that you thought would make your experience better?
I see. Like you're talking about if you would have made the clubs that we have now, like art club, an actual class, because I remember.
You have an art club.
Now we have an
What
art
other
club.
clubs you have?
We have yearbook club, animal club. I do believe.
So is there any
The what club?
Drama club.
Drama club.
drama club? Okay.
Are you guys in any of these? Are you guys active in a lot of these?
No.
No, okay.
I think a swimming
Well,
pool would have been cool.
Yeah.
You think what?
A swimming pool.
They lied to
Yeah,
us.
very expensive, very expensive. And also, what's happening today is because of insurance things that they're not having the diving anymore because of an insurance problem. Is there any other thing that you can think of that you would like to, you have study halls, right?
No.
No study halls, okay. Is there any subjects that you think are not relevant to what you think?
No.
All right, I'm giving you,
I think that-
I'm going off a little bit. Co-ops, do you guys get the co-op?
Yes.
So do you go to school, and what year is that? Is that in your senior year or is that your junior year?
It
And
should
do
be
you kind of
senior
go
year.
off
It
and get to
should be
work with some
senior.
people in the community? And so where does, I'm separating you guys, I know there's 2 cosmetology and 3 digital media, but where do you guys get to go?
It depends on your teachers and I guess
Your
it depends
environment.
on your shop actually.
I have no idea.
So, well, you haven't gotten to that yet, right, Chris? Is that right? But like I'm saying, is there community people out there that are giving you guys an opportunity to come out and learn from them? I know you're working with somebody, but is that with school? Is there,
Well, with
or
us,
is it all done on site?
with our shop, it would, well, you said community, it would relate to clients. So people that would like websites, they would want that. If they would want a logo for their business, we would have that, business cards. So those would be clients, but we don't, as right now, we don't really have a place that we can go out.
You do it all inside.
Yeah.
It's a little harder for, there's 2 different sides for digital media. There's a video side and a web side. It's kind of harder for the web side to really get co-op jobs because we work with clients a lot more. Like the video side, they can go work at movie theaters and things like that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, like Megan seems like she has the best situation where she gets to be tutored and gets to make money and gets to have a job and a future within that salon, maybe even own it one day. Is there anybody that you know within your group that has the greatest job from the school to go someplace else?
I think Megan has great.
Yeah, Megan has a top job, right. And Amber and Megan, we're going to talk to them, we're going to be our makeup people, which would be kind of really neat.
That would be great.
And we could put it on our website and in our credits, and when they ask you, when you sign up for a job, what you got any experience, you say, yeah, I was makeup person for a TV show. I think that would be cool.
Well, I always like to ask this question, and I'm going to split it up because I know you guys have different teachers, but I'm putting you on the spot. Who's your favorite teacher? Is there somebody that has made a big difference in your experience at Delcastle from a teacher standpoint?
Wow. For me, I don't know, if I could fuse both of my teachers together.
You can.
I wish I could, because when I first came to my shop, I wanted video. So, and Ms. Abel taught me everything I know. So, and then Mr. Phillips, I don't know, I guess he opened up a new world to me because I didn't know that much about websites or logos. So I'm like, wow, it's kind of like art, but on the computer.
Yeah,
so it's cool.
that's just what we're talking about. Just what we're talking about.
Anybody else? Anybody else have someone who is very influential?
My shop teacher, Miss Tiberi. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because, like, she doesn't give up on you. She keeps pushing you, and, like, that's made me who I am now, so.
I was going to say Miss Tiberi also, she always says, don't say I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it.
Beside your teachers, who's the most influential person in your life? Chris?
My mom, definitely, yeah. Well, my family, because all of them, like, lead me on the track to where I am now. So.
Does anybody in your family have a background in computers?
My mom took graphic arts in college, but she switched over to photography, and then now she's going for behavioral sciences, so she's been a lot of places.
Okay, but you're really the first actual computer person.
Yeah.
What about you, Tiffany? We only got like 2 minutes left.
Person that's inspired me the most?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say my mom, just because she sacrificed so much for me. I guess she's taken care of me ever since I was a baby. And when I mean mom, I mean my grandmother. So, I mean, she's been there all the time. Whenever I, like your teacher said, when you said you can't, just never say you can't, because always find a way.
That's great. What about you, Amber?
My grandmother, because I live with her, and she's always been there for me, so.
Okay, quick.
I would say my dad, because he always taught me to go after what I want.
My family, because it's a team effort to really look forward to my future and things.
See that? We do make a difference. Just by being there. Just by being there. Well, guys, we only have like a minute left in this segment. You've been great. I hope you've enjoyed your say. Like I said, you all get a CD next week. We'll probably give it to Dr. or Mr. Phillips, and he'll give them to you at school. I wish you the best of luck. You can stay and watch your classmates come on, and they will be on the next 2 segments.
Is there anybody you guys want to shout out to?
Mr. Phillips.
Mr. Phillips.
Yeah, I want to shout out to Mr. Phillips. He's supposed to be right over there. Where the heck is he? 30 seconds left
He's
in the
with us
segment.
in Hard.
Yeah, right. Well, he's actually teaching a class at Wilmington University.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's really nice to know that you guys are getting everything that you thought you would get out of Delcastle, and they're doing a very nice job over there to make some of you young guys productive in society in the future. So it's awesome, and I wish you guys all well in college. And we're going to go to break, and we'll come back with about 6 more students.
And a shout out to Chris, who's the only guy among 9 girls.
What does opportunity mean to you? At Wilmington University, it means providing a personalized educational experience where students learn anywhere at any time. Wilmington University provides a variety of ways to complete your degree. Choose the flexibility of online learning, or attend classes during the day, in the evening, or on weekends at locations throughout the region. It's your degree. Choose how you earn it. Personalized education, affordable tuition. That's the difference at Wilmington University. What does opportunity mean to you? At Wilmington University, it means finding an innovative degree program that fits your goals and prepares you for a successful career. It means finding a school that fits your life. We know the importance of providing individual attention, affordable tuition, and unparalleled flexibility in service. Because at Wilmington University, it's not about meeting your expectations, it's about exceeding them. Personalized education, affordable tuition, that's the difference at Wilmington University.
Good evening. We're back on Youth in Sports with Delcastle Vocational High School and a great group of kids. And we know that a lot of times people think that a lot of the kids from Votech don't go to college. Well, they do. And some great colleges they've gone to is Hofstra, Drexel, University of Delaware, Boston College, Wilmington, Del State, Del Tech, Savannah College of Art and Design, and a bunch more. But a lot of these kids, as we're going to find out, are going to go on to college. And a lot of them are going to have jobs right when they get out of school, which, and during school, which I think is great.
Well, what's fascinating is our show here is student run. So we're at Wilmington University, the students run the show in the digital media department here, and it just happens that the teachers that teach at Delcastle also teach here, or have taught here.
Right, right.
So you young guys are getting a lot of advanced teaching over there, which is excellent.
Well, let's start with our first guest, and that's a sophomore, Jocelyn Montez.
Yes.
How you doing, Jocelyn?
Good, how are you?
Jocelyn, you're a sophomore, and you are distinguished honors and honor roll, and you played soccer, and you also dance and sing.
Yes.
Which you like better, dancing or singing?
Dancing.
Dancing, okay.
Yeah.
What kind of dancing?
Wow, that's what I was going to
Just
ask.
dancing.
Just dancing.
Yeah.
Hip hop, or is it ballet, or?
Oh no, just
No.
anything that comes on, I guess I just dance it.
Jocelyn, what about the digital media? Where would you like to take that?
I would actually be I like to be like anchor for any TV show, like do weather or something. I want to be bigger.
What led you to that? You were in 8th grade, coming out and saying, all right, I got to decide what high school I want to go to.
My sister actually came here to Delcastle, so she pushed me to go to Delcastle. At first, I wanted to be a nurse, but I visited biomedical and I saw a dead body on the ground, and I was like, that is not for me. I cannot do that.
Well, that's good that you found that out and didn't waste all your money to decide, oh, I want to be a nurse. I'm going to go. I sent my daughter to nursing school. It's very expensive.
Yeah.
But that was good. So then you got into digital media. What was your sister in?
She was Cosmo.
Okay. Okay.
And is she using her Cosmo degree right now? Excellent.
Excellent. Do you have a job?
Yes.
What do you do?
I babysat all summer, so that was my first job.
And it's a good first job, too.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's one of the big things that going through the Votech system is it gives you something that, not just babysitting, but some of the skills that you guys learn that you can use while in school to make money to pay for things.
Just for your own edification, one of the girls that was on our show is the entertainment reporter for a New York station, and she has been. She did not want to come on the show. She was nervous, and she said she didn't like. I said, well, what do you want to do with your life? She said, well, I like to be on TV. I said, well, you better get your ass over here and find out what you like. So she came on the show. She finished college, went to New York, and she started as the traffic girl. And then she went to the weather girl. And then she became the entertainment reporter. And when 9/11 occurred, she was on the air 36 straight hours. And she's doing great. She's doing great. And great success story for our show. Okay, Caroline Cordill.
Yes.
How you doing, Caroline?
I'm good, how are you?
Caroline, you're a junior.
Yes.
Volleyball, you like dancing also. Honor roll, which is nice.
Everybody's been on the honor roll.
That's good.
That's good. Picked all the good people to come.
And you were in a couple of the MS walk and the registration table. You did the registration table for the walk. That's good. What about, how did you decide to get into digital media?
I've always been interested in cameras and also the computer. So I kind of wanted to get a job where it involves both.
What do you see as your future? What have you decided, like, where you'd like to go or be?
I would like to be a multimedia specialist.
Okay.
All right, I want to know, when did you start? Because I asked Chris this earlier, and I think that what it is that younger people are starting with cameras and computers and video games.
Like cameras on their phones.
But it's much earlier now, and younger people have cell phones way earlier. I think I got mine, my first cell phone was when I was in medical school.
So, I just got mine last week.
So
I like it. I just can't work it. But what did you? Yeah.
When did you start? When did you start with cameras and?
Well, my aunt used to let me play with her professional camera all the time, and I loved it. I'm like, I would be really good at this if I really practiced. So that's how I started.
And it led you to Delcastle to do this program. And
Yes.
do you do that stuff on the side? Do you ever do like pictures?
I try when I have time.
Excellent.
What about a job? What would you like to, or have you started looking for a job in?
Yeah, I'm starting to look for one. I want to get one soon.
In what?
Anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any thought of college?
Yes.
Where are you looking to go?
Full Sail University down in Florida.
Want to get away from Delaware, right?
Nice, get warm.
What would you like to major in?
Multimedia.
Multimedia? Okay. Okay. Now here's a cool name. I've never heard this name before. Youngson Aguilera.
Aguilera.
I know. I wrote it down phonetically and I screwed that up. You're a sophomore and you like Sunny, right?
Yeah, people
And
call me
she
Sunny.
looks like somebody on television. I can't remember who it is, but I know she looks like somebody.
An actress.
An actress, yeah. An actress.
Uh-huh.
Anybody ever tell you look like somebody on television?
Yeah.
They did. Who?
I don't know, just actresses. They can't tell me, they don't have a
God, you look like somebody on TV. English honors, community walk for your church, and you also, you say you Sunday school teach at your church?
Yeah, at our church, like usually the youth is the one who's in charge of like taking care of the younger kids. So like me and my friends, like we take care of the younger kids and read to them, and then we'll go to the park, you know.
Oh, that's great. That's great. You play the violin?
Yeah,
How long have you been playing the violin?
since I was in 2nd grade.
Are you good?
If I practice a little bit more, but then I got into the guitar.
You're in the guitar now.
Mhm.
That's cool.
What led you out of music then?
Anybody in your family's got a
What was
music
it, digital
background?
media over music?
Well, there's nothing at Delcastle for music, but I know that my dad and my mom, they just love music, so that's what made me like
That's how it got you into
play
it.
instruments. But for Delcastle, digital media, that wasn't really my first choice. But then like I went to digital media and I saw like how great everything was, and I'm just like, I want to do this.
Is anybody in your family got a computer or a technical background?
No.
You're the first one. So you saw it at Delcastle, and you fell in love with it.
Yeah.
And you decided. That's
What was
great.
your first, I mean, I know you said that you didn't want digital media first. What was your first choice?
Chem lab,
Chem lab, and what would that have led you into?
forensic science.
Yeah, we have a lot of kids that want to be CSIs because of the show. And it's funny, we do have, they either want to get in the medical field to stay with a sport because they're, sports, or they want to be CSIs.
Yeah.
And that's about a lot.
That is, yeah,
What
it's
about
true, a lot of people.
what about school for you? I know you're a sophomore and it's early, but do you want to go to college?
I do.
And what would you like to major in?
I don't know yet because, especially with technology, it changes like, like almost
Excellent
every year.
point. Right. Excellent point. You're right, and it's good to pick something that's going to be around 5 years from
Yeah.
now, which would be important.
What we're finding is that most of you guys want to go to college. It's what we're noticing. I mean, from most of the students on today, it looks like, but I was talking in between with one of your guys' instructors, and it's my understanding that for digital media, it is accepted that you usually need to get a 4-year degree to continue on, whereas in some of the other career paths, like your construction type career paths and things like that, you can actually go in and you do an apprenticeship and then go right into work. So it's a little bit different in the career path that you guys are in.
Sonny, any jobs that you're looking at or get involved in?
I'm actually very young, so I just turned 15 this year.
Time to start work.
Time to start working.
No, it's not time. It's time to have a
No,
little
take
fun,
your time.
and then you got plenty of time to work for the rest of your life. Wendy, I'm going to mess up your last name, but I'm going to try again. Wendy Laginos?
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah. Wendy, you're a junior.
Yes.
And into Ho-Ho Holiday. Wait, what's that? What's that?
We did an event, a Ho-Ho holiday at Chick-fil-A, and the money we fundraised actually went to a needy family from our school for
that's great.
holiday season.
Chick-fil-A is a
That
great
is
restaurant.
excellent.
They also are one of the only restaurants I know that close on Sunday.
Was
is
that
amazing,
you guys,
right?
did you guys set that up as a student thing, or was it the school that set that up for you guys to be involved?
Actually, I believe it was a culinary event, but they couldn't attend because they had something else to do. So they actually gave us the opportunity, and we were gladly to take it. And
That's excellent. So it's through the school. Great.
Another national honors. National honors. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Field hockey and another dancer here. What kind of dance?
I do traditional culture dances for my culture.
Oh, cool.
Field hockey. Are you active? Are you playing?
Yes.
Now, my granddaughter's playing field hockey, and it's so aggravating because they keep blowing the whistle. I have no idea what to do. And I
It's a
just
tough sport to follow sometimes. I agree.
I'm going to go on the internet and find out what the hell the rules are. I have no idea.
Well, it's hard. Is it hard to be a sport athlete at the same time that you're doing your career path, and also you have to still study the other stuff?
It's difficult to balance everything, but once you learn to balance schoolwork, your career area, maybe if you work or a sport, it's
means you're going to be a good mother because you can multitask. What about a job? Do you think about a job for your craft?
yes. I'm actually looking into working with one of my classmates. He actually started his own little business. And,
Entrepreneurial, I like that.
and I'm looking to see into working with him.
And what's his business? You might as well give a little shout out to him. At least get him some marketing here.
His business, he started Pixel Vision, photography and video.
Oh, cool.
And he does.
And there's something that's big.
He does parties, weddings.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I know that we haven't gotten everybody. Does anybody else do weddings on the side and things like that? Do you guys do any of that? Not yet.
Not yet.
A couple more years.
We got 30 seconds left, and we got with two more we're going to talk to, and then we're going to ask a bunch of questions for all of them. But so far, so good. We got a great group of kids here from Delcastle.
It's amazing. Everybody's on a roll. Everybody seems to want to go to college, and that's great.
And the fact is that they like the school, and they're having a great experience in high school, which is, you can't ask for anything more than that. 10 seconds left, and we're just about out we're getting ready for our last segment. The show goes fast, right after this.
I know they never make me play with these guys, but why do they make me train like them?
Training hard is important, and for professional athletes, it's their job. But kids aren't professionals and shouldn't train at that level. Keep kids safe on the playing field and out of the operating room. Become an advocate for sports safety. Visit StopSportsInjuries.org.
We're back on Youth in Sports. On our last segment, we're talking to the great kids from Delcastle High School, and they've really done a heck of a job, a nice group of kids. And we're going to talk right now to Caitlin Campbell.
Yeah.
Caitlin, we're going to use your outside voice, right?
Yeah.
Because Caitlin has a nice soft voice. Caitlin is a soccer player, and extra activities are digital media and soccer,
Yes.
and Adopt a Highway.
Yeah, a bunch of digital media students. I don't think any of the ones that here did it, but just a couple weeks ago, we did a Adopt a Highway where we cleaned up Boxwood Road. We cleaned the trash up all the way down the road.
And founded some wonderful things, probably.
Yeah.
I know we did that as a group one time. What about, you're a sophomore, so it's I'm sure you're thinking, are you thinking of college down the road?
I am, but I change my mind a lot about what I want to do. So if whatever I want to do applies to that, then yeah,
All right, then we're going to go after you now because you changed your mind a lot. So you were in 8th grade, and how did you decide Delcastle?
Both of my sisters graduated from Delcastle.
It's a family affair.
But-
Seems like everybody's family follow.
Yeah.
I was the same way.
But both of my sisters, they work at a complete opposite end. They did they're dental assisting.
Dental assistant, right?
Yeah.
Good job.
But I like technical things. In the future, it's only going to get more technical.
Absolutely.
So I figured this will be a good thing for me.
So what would you like to do with your digital learning?
There's a lot of things I was looking at, and the main thing that attracted me to this is there's so many different things you can get out of it. I
Sure.
really like web design and photography.
It gives a really good wide range of stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, you're
yeah.
talking about media and pictures and videos and web design, and it seems like there's so many opportunities. Did they teach you the stuff like behind the camera?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys got a lot of
They
stuff.
might be our camera people one day.
Maybe. Come to
That would be
Wilmington.
kinda neat,
Nice
yeah.
program here.
Yeah, it's a nice program here. Nancy Centillion?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Nancy?
Good, thank you.
Nancy is a National Honor Society member and Distinguished Honor Roll, plays soccer, and she's an entrepreneur. Tell us what you're an entrepreneur of, Nancy. I love entrepreneurs, so that's what I did. Go ahead.
Yes, I decided that I wanted a hair bow, so I figured I would make my own. And I would get lots of compliments, and I started selling them.
I wish you had you have a copy of it?
Oh, no, not right now.
Oh, you should have brought them. We'd
Unfortunately not.
advertise for you, put it on our website.
So
That's great, though.
What was this again? A hair bow?
bow.
Hair bow.
Bow.
Yes.
And what makes it different? Give us a little.
Design.
I like that.
There's many different colors I do, and the thing is that it's really cheap. And most of them, you get them for like $10. Mine's are no more than $5.
What a
Excellent.
deal.
Nice.
What a deal. Do you sell any in school?
Yes, I have.
And you make these by hand at home?
Yes.
Now, if you were a real entrepreneur, every one of these girls, including Chris as a guy, would be wearing one of your hair bows tonight, and we could put that on the website.
Yes.
I was thinking about it, but it didn't match my shirt. So.
Well, you got all these different colors, make her a red one. That's great,
Split
though.
them up. I was going to say, everybody has a different color. You could have switched.
Now,
I
Nancy,
should've
you're
done
a
that.
sophomore. You also babysit?
Yes,
So you started that?
Every
So
day, yes.
Is, what in digital media would you like to take on to
I want to do filming and television.
okay. What about school in the future, college?
Yes, I've been looking at colleges. Right now, it's between Drexel or Arts Institute of Philadelphia.
Well, that's
Very
great
good.
because she's a sophomore, but everybody, Dr. Ack's a big proponent of when you're a junior, so when you should really start looking, to get that financial aid as much as you can
Scholarships.
and use that to go on.
But I think it's great if you know what you want to do. And
Sure.
The Philadelphia Art Institute is great for, I know
Good
it says art, but all of the arts in a sense, with film and things like that. So you're looking early, which is great.
That's great. Nancy, how'd you get to like Joe says, how'd you get to Delcastle?
I would see, I have a lot of friends that went there.
Okay.
And I would see that they had jobs already leaving
Right.
school.
Making
and
money, right?
I was like, well, why not me?
Absolutely.
That's the one thing we keep pushing
we
here.
keep saying that.
That's the greatest thing about the Votech system.
And as a parent, I'm thinking that, I wish that my kids would have availed themselves of the opportunity to learn something. Even if at the end of your high school career that you decide, hey, you know what, I want to move on something else. You could use what you've learned and move on and go a different path.
It's a thing I've said multiple times on the show, that I wish I had learned some of those things, that I could take care of my own plumbing at home or my own electric, or put something together that I haven't been able to put together for months. And I got a call over my father, who's an electrician, who did schooling like this.
My dad was an electrician too. Yeah.
And asked him to do everything.
Sure,
So.
there's nothing wrong with that. Keep doing it. Guys, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions like I asked the other group. Is there any class at school that you would like to see implemented, put into being, as opposed to a class that maybe you don't like? Is there anything that you would like to add to the curriculum at Delcastle?
A dance class?
Yeah, I think a dance class would be good, especially for guys.
As part of the phys ed, because there's a phys ed requirement.
Sure. So instead of going into the gym and doing worthless little things, you could dance.
Well, we have a dance team.
You what?
Oh, there is.
We have a dance team at Delcastle.
Okay. What about anything else?
Band.
Pardon?
Yeah,
Band.
Band?
Yeah.
Well, am I correct? There is a band, but it's a combined Votech band, correct?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard of it.
There is not?
They basically
I may
told
be
us
wrong.
that instead of bands and chorus, they put in the career areas, the choices that we had. So that's what they switched out.
Oh, okay.
Well, it is hard. You guys have to remember, there's core courses that you have to take, your Englishes and things like that, and then to get the career paths in, there's only a limited amount of time that you can be there. So adding different things is tough for the Votech
Well,
system.
is there anything you like to get rid of? Don't say English, please. No, is there anything you think is a course that's not worth your time? Like I try to tell
They're
my
not going to say it.
No. No, actually, I asked that to the seniors. They're the ones supposed they're getting out.
Don't say it.
They don't have to, irk anybody.
Everything's important.
Right.
So.
I agree.
It's going to help you in the long run.
And you guys are all happy with the education that you're getting currently and will further
Would you
get?
recommend this school to your friends?
Yes,
Yes.
If you became very, very successful and multimillionaire in your entrepreneurial world in television or radio or movies, would you donate money to Delcastle?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
if you donated money to Delcastle, what would you donate it to?
A swimming pool.
Swimming pool is a big thing right now.
Yeah, it is.
Well, that's an important question, because at some point you guys may be in that situation.
Sure.
And
Sure.
to give back to your community, your school, and things like that, it's very important. And
Is there anything else you would donate it to?
Skydiving.
Skydiving.
More clubs after school.
Not just, pardon?
More clubs after school.
More clubs after school. Okay. Anything else?
The career areas.
Yeah.
Okay. So in fact, you would give money to Delcastle.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I want to know, we asked the other students, who is the influential person in your life? Was there someone who has pushed you, who's been on you?
My parents.
Both of them?
Yeah, both my parents.
Good.
They've always been behind me, pushing me. So yeah, they're pretty important.
That's great.
It shows, because most of you guys are honor rolls.
That's
So
right.
They're staying
That's
on
right.
you. They're making sure that your work's done. They're making sure that you get to the things you need to do. And you?
Yeah, my parents.
Parents.
What about you, Sonny?
My parents.
Parents?
Because they push me to believe that, passion gets you halfway, but then the next step is mastering it.
Sure. What about you, Ann?
I would actually say my family, because everyone pushes me in a different way to do my best. So.
My oldest sister would be my most influential person.
Really?
Yes.
How so?
She's always been there for as long as I can remember. She always tells me she knows I can do things, and she's always been the one to push me to do things, and I find out that I'm good at them.
Oh, that's really nice. Now, where
That's
did she
nice
go
to
to
hear.
school?
Delcastle.
Delcastle?
That's
And
really nice to
she's
hear.
the one that majored in
Dental assistant.
and she's the dental assistant now, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Because it's
Cool.
funny, because usually brothers and sisters
Absolutely.
bicker and they get after each
Absolutely.
other, especially at your guys' ages. But it's nice to hear that you look up to her and she actually gives you some guidance. which
That's
is
great. Nancy, what about you?
My parents.
Parents?
Definitely. They didn't finish high school, so they push me even harder. They want me to.
That's great. How many of you are bilingual? You have a great voice. I would never know unless you told me that you were bilingual. Because
Really?
you have no accent whatsoever.
I came here at a very young age. I was 2.5.
That's great. That's great. I think it's important. What about language? I know my granddaughter's studying Chinese. and probably owes Chinese so much money now that probably might be speaking Chinese down the road. What about having more languages, especially when you're young is when you really should learn languages? Were you in a bilingual home?
Yes.
And that's how you picked it up?
Mhm.
Who else is bilingual? Were you in a bilingual home? And you?
Yes.
And you?
Well, actually, my mom speaks Portuguese.
Oh, great.
So I came here when I was 2, and I went to a bilingual school.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Was that in Delaware? Bilingual
yes,
school?
because my dad, he speaks Spanish. He's from Chile. So I didn't really know that much Spanish, so they put me in William C. Lewis, here in
How many languages do you speak?
3.
3?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
nice
Probably if
media,
you study some more, you'd pick them up right away, because anybody that's, especially the Romance languages.
My dad speaks Italian.
There you go. There you go. And I'm half Italian too. I can't speak, I can speak Vietnamese. It's helping me a lot right now. Guys, we only have 2 minutes left. We want to thank you for coming down. We want to thank your teachers. We want to thank Mrs. Abel. And we want to thank Mr. Gilbert for, what's his name? What's his name?
You've been trying to get him here all night.
I know, what's his name?
Phillips.
Phillips, I knew it. Is it Gilbert Phillips? Anyway, we want to thank him.
Good.
We want to thank him, and we want to thank you guys for coming down. I hope you had a good time. Like I said, you all get a CD of the show next week, and we'll give it to Mr. Phillips, and he'll give it to you.
Since Mr. Phillips works here and just spoke to us.
He's a professor. Yeah, I can't remember all his stuff. I'm getting old.
He's a professor here, professor at Delcastle. He's done an excellent job at both places, and thank you for all your hard work with the students here at Delcastle as well as Wilmington.
Brandywine Warriors celebrating their 50th year. We're going to try to get them on the show, and there's a great, what do you call it, car down the road. I want to get them on.
Well, we're also going to try to get on Newark National.
Newark National.
Their opportunity to go to the Little League World Series this year. So
there you go. Join us next week on Youth in Sports. Watch us on the web, www.youthinsports.com. And we will see you next week, and I guess Dr. Axe will be back.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you to the Votech School System.
Thank you.
See you guys next week.
What does opportunity mean to you? At Wilmington University, it means finding your relevance in the job market. That's why we offer career-oriented degree programs that meet employment needs in emerging fields. Dedicated professors bring their real-world experience into the classroom so you'll graduate with the tools you need to succeed on the job. It's your degree. Make it relevant to your career. Personalized education, affordable tuition. That's the difference at Wilmington University.
This show was sponsored by ATI, the company taking physical therapy to a higher level throughout the country. First State Orthopedics, where Youth in Sports hosts Drs. Straight and Axe are members of the team taking care of Delaware with a commitment to excellence. And President Jack Barcelona and his Wilmington University College of Technology, where each semester this student-run program is produced, directed, edited, and distributed under the guidance of the TV production faculty. Each guest receives a copy of the show, and all shows are available on the web at youthinsports.com.